There's a 1998 episode of The Simpsons in which a boardroom full of department store executives discuss cynical ways to boost their revenue. And one of them mentions the success they had by inventing Christmas 2. Christmas, of course, being the grand emperor of all consumer events. Presents, cards, decorations, whole sectors of the economy revolve around this one extremely expensive day. So it was a self-evidently hilarious thing to suggest that the consumer economy could support a second Christmas. Well, nearly 30 years later, there is a Christmas too. It's called Halloween. It wasn't too long ago that Halloween was a relatively low-effort holiday. A pumpkin, a handmade costume, a couple bags of candy. You'd be able to squeak through Halloween for less than the cost of an average St. Patrick's Day or New Year's Eve. Now, it's got a decoration industrial complex that is coming close to rivaling Christmas. Or it would if we also weren't spending a ton more on Christmas. Spirit Halloween alone has been estimated to pull down $1 billion in Halloween revenue each year from its network of US and Canadian pop-up stores. Multiple big box stores now stock their seasonal sections with a growing array of spooky merchandise, such as this famous 12-foot tall Home Depot skeleton. And the events, a not insignificant number of ballet companies earn most of their annual revenue from Christmas performances of the Nutcracker. Similarly, there's now a whole category of amusement parks, historic sites, and farms that pull in a huge chunk of their revenue with Halloween ghost tours, corn mazes, and haunted houses. The best available data on Halloween spending comes from the US-based National Retail Federation, and they estimate that Halloween now costs the average person the equivalent of $114 per year. So how did this happen? Let's go back to that 12-foot Home Depot skeleton. Home Depot is a hardware store. For years, the only Halloween product they brought in was the occasional box of candy sold near the cash register. But as this Vice oral history detailed, it was in 2019 when executives first decided to experiment with selling an absurdly large piece of Halloween decor, akin to a Christmas tree. The first run sold out pretty much immediately and spawned an entire industry of big-ticket Halloween displays and home animatronics. The last 20 years of Halloween is probably one of the greatest retail discoveries of the 21st century. You took a tradition that had existed for centuries at very low cost and just asked people to spend way more money on it. And they did.